What I can confirm is that there's no billionaire or multi-millionaire behind the formation of this party. And not just that, we need to start looking at genuine political reforms which weeds out the influence of money politics. What do I mean by this? When you're in opposition, it's different, but when you're in government, when you don't have set structures placed, then, for example, a person will come, hey, I'm willing to donate 5-10 million ringgit to the party, but when we accept, then there are definitely strings attached. So what will this platform look like? One, it's crowdfunding based, and we are looking at tech disruptions, online, blockchain, to ensure that in the end, we reach out to the masses, not just through the typical Teen Milo type of crowdfunding, but online, targeted reach and the rest. So when you have some guys from Forbes 30 and 30 who have their own successful tech startups, they have the most brilliant of ideas, you allow them to run it, and I'm pretty sure it'll go well. At the same time, for traditional fundraising, let's say, for example, a billionaire comes, I want to donate 10 million ringgit to your party. What will be the answer? We say you can donate, but you definitely can't donate 10 million. There is a cap to it. There's a cap 20,000, 50,000. That's up for the party leaders to decide later, but there will be a cap. We want to ensure that this is a grassroots mass movement which belongs to the people and do not just serve the interests of the few. Why is this important? It's important because we want to ensure that the policy platforms, perjuangan kita, tidak bersandarkan kepada perjuangan corporate elite. We want to ensure that there's a wealth tax. We want to ensure that there's an inheritance tax, capital gains tax. How does it make sense when someone trades shares and makes millions, there's no tax to it? But someone like you guys who are journalists, you have to pay taxes, income taxes all the time, right? And it makes absolutely no sense. But in the end, when the same corporate interests fund all parties, it's called hedging their bets. In the end, you don't get meaningful reforms in Malaysia. So I think once you structure party in a very disruptive way, yes, it means it will be tougher. We won't have as much money like other parties. But trust me, with youth idealism and enthusiasm, those who don't expect money to do work, and these people who have been coming to help out, they don't expect a single cent. Heck, they come up with their own money, right, to support the movement. There are many ways in which we could do it, but it's time for us to disrupt that process, so that we no longer beholden not just to political elites, but to corporate elites. It becomes a mass movement, so that when we form government, we will be able to ensure policies which we forward are policies which are in the genuine interest of the middle class, working class, Malaysians, not just protecting elites. I believe it is. There are many areas which we have not looked at, especially due to tech disruptions. I'll show an example. Prior to Obama coming in, no one thought that it was possible for online crowdfunding to be the main source of political contribution before Obama. People thought it was impossible, but Obama raised about $700 million, vast majority from about $50 to $100 campaign contributors, very small. Bernie Sanders, $250 million US dollars from 8 million campaign contributions from 3 million contributors, with an average donation of $25. In Malaysia, we haven't looked at that yet. We haven't looked at the auto debit system. For example, a member needs to pay 2 ringgit a month, auto debit. Each year, that's 24 ringgit. But if you get 100,000 members, that's a decent amount for parties, HQ and administration. How can we also reduce cost of running a political party? That's why instead of running traditional ceramas, there are other ways for you to do it, right? Maybe it's not masses, but to reach. So for example, we crowdsource programs, right? For example, literally anyone can invite me to speak. You organize a program at your house, just serve coffee, you invite 30 people, those in your kampong, I'll come. 2-hour slot, after that I'll move to a different kampong. And it's not just me, you're looking at thousands of other people doing the same.